Namaste. Greetings to all of you. What are the things that you will learn from this program, Achieving Oneness with the Higher Soul? Friends, from my viewpoint, this program is a program of our life. This program is designed by Grandmaster Choa to bring world peace, to bring tremendous amount of love. Literally speaking, somewhere down the line, if you're looking at bringing heaven within your system, this is the program. Which means to me, this program is one of the best deep psychological healing programs of our life. If somebody is going through difficult life situations, relationship issues, financial crisis, or some kind of illnesses or sickness in the body, and if they're going through some kind of trauma in their life, this program is designed in such a manner to heal such people and bring them out of these conditions. Another beautiful aspect of this is that if you don't have any of such problems and you're already a dynamic, productive person, how do you shape your character to produce exceptionally fantastic, fabulous life? How do you become productive and successful in life? How can you recreate or redesign your future? This program reveals many things connected with what we discussed so far. The question is, how does it work? What are the key points in that? The first thing that I can tell you, which will change your life, is that the awareness of who you are. Who am I? That is the first question which anyone has to ask if they have to become successful in life, right? So the moment you ask that question, follow-up questions would be, if I'm not this body, the thought and the emotions, not even the mind, if I'm the soul, then I should know more about my content as a soul, my quality as a soul, my purpose. Why am I here on earth? Where do I come from? Right? Questions like this generally come up. This program, friends, is designed in such a manner, it answers all these questions, not as concept, but as experience. In other words, if every person is a soul that is incarnating, and if they have a baggage that is connected with the past, literally meaning we are coming here to undo and learn new lessons, meaning major portion of the lessons are connected with correcting our past mistakes. So these past mistakes are cumulatively accumulated in a certain place. So where is it located? How does it come out like a bio clock at a specific time? So does it mean that your life is a sequence of accidents, or is it designed in such a manner that everything is like a bio clock and these events occur at a certain specific time? Clarity on this is given. The moment you realize that you are the soul, then the next question is, if you're made in the image of God and you're created by God, the normal question which ordinary people ask is, then why do human beings suffer if you're creations of God? Exceptional answers to this question allows you to look at the world in a new way. A new window is opened up as you get answers to this question. Friends, in the previous programs, you might have learned about spiritual cord and how you're connected to the higher soul. But in this session, you are being told and you're given access to understand that you are the extension of the higher soul and you're not separate from the higher soul. In other words, you, the soul, you're incarnating for a specific purpose to develop certain unique, special qualities. How do you develop these qualities? Those are key points of this program. Now, the next step is, if your mind is a very important instrument for you, the soul, then the thoughts and emotions that you are producing without your control, without the control of the soul, then they bring you into suffering. So how to bring this thoughts and emotions under your control? How to still your mind. Where is this space called stillness within the mind? How do you access this stillness? And how, by accessing the stillness, you can receive inner tuition or intuition from the higher soul? Oh, these are very valid points for anybody who wants to be exceptionally successful. This program is designed not just to answer these questions, but train you to get intuitive, train you to get access and informations, help from the higher soul. How to stop our inner noise that is like a cluster in the head. Because of this, many people find it difficult to sleep also. How this can be stopped, how the inner noise can be stopped, right? And how to do exceptionally powerful meditation practices which will give you access to the higher soul. That will be taught. This program also leads you to understand that communication, in the case of ordinary people's life, is such a disturbance. People get stuck with words. How the words have different meanings, how the same words are understood by different people differently. Why is it a major issue in relationship? How to communicate properly. Wow, this is so important for living a harmonious life. So this training is part of this particular program. Also, friends, access to the knowledge of 3 permanent seeds, the 3 subtle bodies, how they are created and how it is used by the soul. How the soul comes into incarnation, what time, how does it leave the body. When I say leave the body, at the point of death, what happens to the physical and subtle bodies? What happens to the soul? What happens to the soul after the death of the physical body? What is called reincarnation? How does it happen? How do we choose our specific parents' environment for living? And how one lifetime lessons is already decoded in a specific place? And who makes this design? Do I choose my lessons or somebody is guiding me to do that? Access to this information is being taught in this program. Not just discussed, a lot of information which makes you understand that this is a real experience. How to know about the physical permanency, which is almost like a book of life. Where does the past life informations recorded or stored? How does the soul use these informations in the future? And the most important to me, my friends, is also about the purpose of life. What is your strength? What is your weakness? Based on your life purpose, how do you develop certain specific qualities that you're meant to develop? How to balance it? How to make yourself complete? The program guides you into such learning. In other words, it gives you answer to why certain people are blessed with so much fantastic life and why certain people go through troubled life. And if you are the one going through such troubled life, is there a way, a solution to get out of it and be practical the next day so you don't have to suffer like what you used to do before? All this is also taught. Another thing is that, which is very sweet about this program, my friends, is that each and every soul has different development. And the development of the mind and body is different from the development of the soul. This gives you access to looking at people differently. You're not going to judge them because they come with a different experience from the past. They carry a different workload of karma. They're differently developed, able. So judging people would be disaster. All these and more, which will shape us to live an amazing life as a great human being with so much of peace and love in our heart, in spite of what happens around us, is part of this program. That's why I'm saying, whatever you learn in these 2 days will not be enough. In other words, friends, whatever you learn in these 2 days, you'll be using it for the rest of your life. Not just this lifetime, but lifetimes to come. This program is designed to reconnect to our true nature and live like a child of God, amazing child of God. In simple sense, how do you become an exceptional, amazing human being who will live a life of peace, love, harmony, and understanding? That is the goal of this program. Do attend this, and all people who are above 16 years, I recommend, irrespective of your development, irrespective of your life situations, all of us should attend this program. Wishing you good luck through this program. Namaste.